G'day guys, this is Matt from Zero's Play Heroes, and just a bit of an update in regards to our beta testing of Ghost Recon Wildlands. If we're going to go straight out, it looks like a game that will be worthwhile buying. It looks fun, it plays well in co-op, it is missing elements you'd expect of a game that bases itself around a strategic shooting platform. However, its gunplay is fantastic. Guns feel different, they react differently when you upgrade or modify them. Some of the physics are a little bit all over the shop. The graphics look pretty good. Some of the visuals are quite good, well represented on my GTX 1070. Of course, your mileage may vary depending on what system you have and what build you're using. Came across as a half complete game. If we're going to talk about the positives, yes, definitely in regards to graphics. It's an interesting story. It's pretty fun all the way through, especially with co-op. The biggest negative I've seen so far, which sadly is part of the core mechanic of the game, is the AI. Now, understandably, the AI in the starting area was, well, starting area AI, not great, but still a challenge, especially when you're learning the ropes of this game. However, with the AI as you get further in, it does improve. Feeling a little bit on the side of wall hack slash aim hack. They're a little bit too good at times. It seems a little bit unfeasible, and then stupid at others, which doesn't really match up with the way the AI feels like it should be working. The biggest problem, however, is your companion AI. So you're one of a squad of 4, 3 of which are companion AI unless you co-op in with friends or in public co-op. They are always present if you're playing on your own. Once you go to co-op, it's just you and the other person who's playing. They are flat out awful. They require far more direct orders and direct push essentially to do stuff, but will react very quickly and show how bad some of the AI is by just completely ripping apart an enemy at times. Now, this wouldn't be too bad if it were consistent. If they were very, very good, that'd be okay. It would kind of pull away from the gameplay a little bit. But as it stands, they're kind of terrible. There seems to be no real breach mechanic with them as well, which is unfortunate because there appears to be a bit more breach style combat as you get further in. And quite often, enemies don't shoot at them, they shoot at you. And it's very, that AI problem has stood out for me and does make me wonder whether this game is worthwhile playing on your own. And that, of course, is still a target market because, well, singular, you do play these games, you do buy them, and you don't want to always wait for your friends to come and play it. I would be very interested to see if that gets patched. This game has been just closed off beta as of about 2 days ago, the 27th of February, and is being released on the 7th of March. Now that's only a week, obviously, but a week is a long time to try. It's not a long time, sorry, to try to tune AI, and the tuning of AI appears to be something that's required throughout the game. Balancing issues with tech and all that, as I felt within the start of the game in some of my earlier video, does balance out as there appears to be some counters that the AI or the NPCs, the enemy characters have, which, as I was speaking about before, was in the other video, was the drone. The drone having a very, very powerful role, especially earlier on, gets nullified by some of the counters that the enemies have, which is fantastic, and keeps the gameplay challenging. Now, the terrain, the environments, the variety of guns as well, and the way that they can be customized to suit your gameplay and style is really good. It is a very big game. There appears to be quite a lot to be able to do in that. There are pretty big expanses of space as well, which obviously with an open world game can be a problem, and it doesn't appear that they've gone the route of, say, Assassin's Creed or Far Cry, where they try to fill that with things to do or things to see or things to unlock, all that type of stuff, it appears they've really just based their content in little centres or little settlements, which may be to its detriment. There doesn't appear to be much in the way of adventuring or exploring in regards to the environments, or at least so far as I've seen. And that again could be a thing that brings this game down to more fast travel to one location, fast travel to the other location, and really just plays in those centers, which is fine. But if you're putting an open world space in there, you've just put a huge amount of space with the same amount of content you could have put in a slightly more linear game experience. All in all, it is still a very good game. Very rather complete. Felt better than, say, for example, The Division when we first played The Division in beta, and when we played The Division later. I would be surprised if this were considered better than, say, Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 feels like one of its more direct competitors in a way, which is odd because it's an older game. But when it comes down to it, the open world, the clustered enemy types, the roaming patrols of enemies, the two differing enemy types, and upgrades throughout picking up items within the game feels very Far Cry, and that's where I'd say that they base their game on. I wouldn't say that some parts of the gunplay are better than Far Cry, although I would love to have seen a bow and arrow in this. I don't know why. I love a tactical bow and arrow. And that may be in the game further on, I don't know, but I would say that it's a close competitor to it. Not exactly better, not exactly worse. Where Far Cry had far more going on in its environment, much more interesting, there's a lot more characters, a lot more ways to uncover things and unlock things. Really, this game is far more linear in its approach. Well, at least of what we've been shown. There may be some spanners thrown in the works there, and it may completely surprise you, but at the moment it appears, go to this place, complete this, go do this mission, complete 5 separate parts to unlock the person you need to defeat, get to them, kill them, move on, and just build until you get to El Sueno. My biggest thing that I haven't seen, now this is on me, this isn't on the game, they've never said they were going to do it, so this is more my hype, is I was hoping for more a strategic element to it, akin to, say, I guess Rainbow Six. I know you're going a little bit back there, and Rainbow Six Siege didn't really have that, but it felt like it's very good for the impromptu kind of guerrilla style strategy, I guess. But there's a lot that could be taught and learnt in regards to how to play this game, or what would be more advantageous towards positioning and infiltration and skills and all that type of thing. A lot of it at the moment was, here's some information sheets, you press a certain button that comes up and it gives you 3 panes that go, this is what it is and how it works. Not a lot of information in there, and I wonder whether that will actually be to its detriment. Still a great game, still far better than The Division in my opinion. Will still sell well. We'll still have a lot of people playing it, but I don't know if it deserves as high a praise as being one of the better games this year so far in its current form, which of course is beta. So everything with a pinch of salt, cup of salt, bucket of salt, whichever one works. It's a good game. It's not there yet, and I will be interested to see whether Ubisoft decides that they want to do big DLCs and all that type of crap as well, which you really can't, because this game appears to be showing a full content-based game. Alright, so, well, this is Matt from Zero's Play Heroes. Thanks for joining us today. This is our conversation about Ghost Recon Wildlands. Open beta closed a little bit ago, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see what it's actually like when it's released. Thanks heaps, guys, and have a great day. Cheers. Bye.